Have you ever wondered why a YouTube channel with millions of subscribers suddenly vanishes overnight, leaving behind only cryptic messages and terrified viewers? What I'm about to reveal will make you question everything you think you know about the platform you're rewatching right now. 3 months ago, a channel called MindBridge appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Within weeks, it had accumulated over 2 million subscribers, with content that was unlike anything anyone had seen before. The videos were simple. Just a person sitting in a stark white room speaking directly to the camera about mundane topics like grocery shopping or weather patterns. But something was wrong. Deeply, disturbingly wrong. Viewers reported feeling inexplicably compelled to watch every single video the moment they were uploaded. Comment sections filled with people describing vivid dreams that matched scenarios discussed in the videos. Some claimed they were making life decisions based on subtle suggestions woven into seemingly innocent conversations about daily routines. The first red flag came when data analysts noticed impossible engagement patterns. The channel's retention rates defied every known metric. People weren't just watching, they were watching with an intensity that bordered on obsession. Average view duration exceeded video length, meaning viewers were replaying content multiple times in single sessions. Then came the synchronicities. Viewers across different continents reported experiencing identical coincidences after watching specific videos. A video about morning coffee routines was followed by thousands of people suddenly switching to the exact same brand of coffee, purchased from locations they'd never visited before. A discussion about sleep patterns resulted in mass reports of shared dream imagery among subscribers. But here's where it gets truly terrifying. Independent researchers began analyzing the audio frequencies embedded in these videos. What they discovered defied explanation. Hidden beneath the normal speech patterns were subsonic frequencies that matched known patterns used in experimental psychological conditioning. The same frequencies that military research facilities had been testing for decades. The channel's creator remained anonymous, identified only as Dr. Meridian. No social media presence, no background information, no digital footprint whatsoever. Professional voice analysts couldn't even determine basic demographic information about the speaker. It was as if the voice itself had been artificially constructed to be as psychologically penetrating as possible. Subscribers began reporting behavioral changes they couldn't explain. Sudden shifts in political opinions, purchasing habits, even relationship dynamics. All seemingly random, until pattern recognition software revealed the connections. Each behavioral modification could be traced back to specific video combinations the individuals had watched. The most chilling discovery came from a former government contractor who recognized the psychological techniques being employed. The videos weren't just using subliminal messaging. They were implementing advanced neurolinguistic programming protocols that had been classified for national security reasons. Techniques designed to bypass conscious resistance and implant lasting behavioral modifications. 3 weeks ago, investigative journalists started connecting MindBridge to a network of shell companies with ties to private intelligence contractors. Now, the same organizations that had been developing social media manipulation tools for foreign interference operations. The channel wasn't just an experiment. It was a live weapons test on unsuspecting civilians. But the story takes an even darker turn. Subscribers who tried to unsubscribe found themselves unable to resist returning. The psychological hooks had been so effectively planted that conscious attempts to disengage only strengthened the compulsion to watch. People reported feeling physical withdrawal symptoms when they tried to avoid the content. Mental health professionals began documenting cases of what they termed digital dependency psychosis, a condition where individuals lost the ability to distinguish between their authentic thoughts and the influences they'd absorbed from the channel. Reality itself became negotiable for these viewers. The breakthrough came when a cybersecurity expert discovered that MindBridge wasn't just collecting standard user data. The channel was harvesting biometric information through users' devices, monitoring heart rates, eye movements, even micro-expressions through front-facing cameras. This data was being used to optimize the psychological impact of each video in real time. Then, without warning, MindBridge disappeared. Every video, every comment, every trace of the channel vanished simultaneously across all platforms. But the damage was already done. Millions of people had been psychologically conditioned, their behavioral patterns permanently altered by an experiment they never consented to participate in. The scariest part, this was just the beginning. Intelligence agencies worldwide now possess proof of concept that social media platforms can be weaponized for mass psychological manipulation with unprecedented effectiveness. What you thought was entertainment was actually warfare, conducted through screens you willingly stared into. Government whistleblowers suggest that MindBridge was merely the most obvious example of psychological operations currently running on YouTube. Right now, as you watch this video, dozens of similar experiments are collecting data on your responses, mapping your psychological vulnerabilities, and testing their ability to influence your thoughts and behaviors. The question isn't whether this happened, the evidence is overwhelming. The question is how many other channels are running similar operations right now, and whether you've already been targeted without realizing it. Every video you watch, every comment you leave, every second you spend on this platform contributes to psychological profiles being constructed by entities with unknown agendas. Sweet dreams tonight, knowing that your favorite YouTube channels might not be what they seem.